Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahusha, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahusha, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, The Movie Circle Supports Biblical Doctrine. Lord will, you are edified. What you are about to witness is a clip from the movie entitled Circle, okay? And it states, when a group of strangers is seized and awaits execution, they face the impossible task of choosing the one person among them worthy of being spared. And guess what, Akim? This movie takes place inside of a chariot. Yes, this movie takes place inside a chariot. Okay?
Yeah, I do. You. Yeah.
All right, so what's going on? They're asking each other, what did they see?
I remember the red room, and I saw him, and I saw them.
And I saw them, referring to the angels, okay?
What did they look like?
Somebody asked, what did they look like?
Well,
They were big and black. Revelation 1 and verse 13, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, referring to Yahushua, clothed with a garment down to the foot and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Okay, verse 14, his head and his hairs were white like wool. So his hair and his facial hair were white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. Meaning what? Yahushua is extremely dark-skinned, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Jeremiah 14 and 2. Judah mourneth. Now remember, Yahushua is from the tribe of Judah, okay? And the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. Meaning what? The skin complexion of Judites, which are so-called Negroes. And the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Well, they were big and black, okay? And the reason why I got a description of Yahushua first is because he's the prototype. And prototype, when you break that term down, means what? First pattern, okay? First pattern.
big and black, dark green maybe.
Dark green, maybe. Dark green. Let's go to Daniel, the 10th chapter. Daniel 10 and 5. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man, clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. All right. So this is the same description spoken of in Revelation, the first chapter. Okay. Verse 6. His body also was like the beryl. Okay. Now, when you investigate this term, it means the color of green, referring to the garment Yahushua had on, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. Okay. When Esau coined that term, little green man, he was mocking, okay, Yahushua. He was mocking the heavenly host, okay? And that beryl means what? Green, referring to the garment Yahushua had on.
And wet.
And wet, meaning what? What is wet? Okay. Let's jump to Revelation 2 and 18. And unto the angel of the church in Thyatira write, these things saith the Son of the Most High, who hath his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. Now, when you read this in the NIV version, it states, to the angel of the church of Thyatira write, these are the words of the Son of the Most High, whose eyes are like blazing fire, and whose feet are like burnished bronze. So the fine brass means what? Burnished bronze. Keep this in mind. Now let's jump to Ezekiel, the first chapter. Ezekiel 1 and 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding in itself, and a brightness was about it, referring to the description of the chariot. And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. Also, out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, referring to the angels, okay? And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, and every one had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkle like the color of burnished brass. That burnished means what? Their skin glistened. Okay? Their skin was glistening. Now, the description this Edomite is given, he actually saw the angels fashioned to the likeness of men. But when he's referring to wet, he's talking about how their skin was glistening, polished, okay?
And they spoke, Joe.
And they spoke too. Sounded almost like Chinese. Isaiah 19 and verse 18. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan, referring to the Hebrew. All right. These 5 cities are talking about what? Camps. Okay. Camps that are being exercised throughout the United States. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan, and swear to the Lord Yahweh of hosts. One shall be called the city of destruction. Okay, so the 5 cities is referring to camps, Israelite camps. Okay, great millstone camps spread it throughout the United States of America. All right, because at this time frame, the apostles are the ambassadors for Yahushua, trickling down to the sincere men of Great Millstone. Okay. Back to the point. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan. This is the Hebrew. The Hebrew. And they spoke too, sounded almost like Chinese, meaning Hebrew.
It sounded almost like Chinese.
Now remember, this movie is called Circle. Let's get one more precept. Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll, hence circle. All right. Lord will, you are edified. Shalom.